And welcome back to Rock It Right. I'm Hurricane Betsy Barnes, happily here with Dr. K Solar in the Partners One studio. And we are just thrilled because it's summertime.
I'm liking that.
We
and you
are.
all dressed up for summer. Me too. I got butterflies and fish. How more summery can you get, right?
I have flowers.
And you got flowers.
That's right. So we're just going to groove on into it. You know, many people go to redstickmusic.com. It's their go-to place to find live music every night of the week. And so we wanted to introduce you to the people behind that who work very, very hard to make sure that they're currently up on the great musicians, what kind of music, where they play, and that is Caitlen and Christopher Odell. So these two right here, I mean, I would be bored without looking at their website and their Facebook. I wouldn't know what to do when I was ready to go hear live music. So thank you so much for coming.
Oh, thank you for having us.
So the last time you visited with us, way pre-COVID, was when we just on radio and not on TV. So I'm glad that people can actually see you and see the faces and put the face to the name for redstickmusic.com. And so we're all excited that you love this, and this is really more of a labor of love than anything else for you.
Yes, it is. We appreciate y'all having us, and I just want to say that I really appreciate what y'all do. You're here in our community, and you're promoting our community, and you promote everything local and everything Louisiana, and that's so rare, so I appreciate y'all.
You're so kind. Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, we wanted to just partner with this couple because we just really felt like what they're doing needs to have, you know, a little more awareness for people that maybe for a while have kind of been living inside during COVID or afraid to get out. But so many places are clean, they're safe, they're ready to entertain you, and there's a lot of outdoor music. And we're going to be talking with Jay Hover, and he's going to be sharing a little bit about that with Red Stick Social, which is a venue.
There's a lot of Red Stick stuff going on here in the Red Stick.
That's right. There is. So what we want to do is find out a little bit about how y'all got started, why did you decide to do this, and what do you recommend?
So we got started in 2012, actually, recording live music. Both of us have education in audio recording, and we just decided we really love live music. It's special.
Yeah.
It's different than recording in a studio, because when they record in a studio, they try to make everything perfect. They record everything over and over. They use auto-tune. And it doesn't have as much soul as live music has.
Right.
So we decided to focus on recording live music. And as we were doing that, we just noticed that nobody knew what was going on in our city, and they needed to. So we thought, what if we made a calendar? And that's when Red Stick Music started. It was 2014 by the time we got started with that. And it's just grown from there. We post daily on all of our social media, the schedule of what's going on each day. And we also list a full calendar on our website that has clickable links to artists and venues. So we just love our community, we love Baton Rouge, and we love live music.
It's a lot of information, and how do you get all of that information?
Hours of research, lots of research, lots of checklists, lots of reminders, following lots and lots of pages, going to tons of websites, going to tons of Facebook events, because nobody wants to do hours of research to find out what's going on so that they can go out to see that. So we do that for you.
And that's why we think it's
amazing.
so wonderful. And that's why we like to go to your site, because you've done all the work for us. And then we can kind of just peruse there, and we can see when our favorite artist is playing, or what's going on at your favorite venue, and even have a chance to look at the list and experience new venues that you might not even know had live music.
Absolutely. Finding a new thing that you didn't know in your own city, being a visitor in your own city.
I really like how you put not only the band, but what their musical genre is, and then you put the place, and then a little bit about that place, and of course the address and everything. So right from your phone, you can go straight from, hey, do you want to do this, this, or this, and just go. And so you know enough about it. I think that that's really, really helpful.
Thank you. Yeah, we try to make it user-friendly so you can just find something you like and go.
Yeah, and we like to go.
Yeah, and people weren't going for a long time, so I'm sure that the list was really, really shrinking. But have you seen it really start to grow in the last few weeks as more places are coming back, musicians are talk about what it looked like when you were like putting the list together recently.
Right, yeah. When the pandemic hit last year, everything was shut down. There was no live music anymore. So we turned our attention to sharing live streams, because all the musicians were live streaming on their Facebook, and that's what we could do to help. So that's all we did. We actually put together a whole calendar of live streams at the time. But the last several weeks and the last few months, it has just exploded. It's back. Everyone is back, and it feels so good. We're so excited.
So you could say, I only want to listen to country music, and you can go to the different places all over that have country music or rock or whatever it is. Or if you just want a little acoustic set, or if you want a romantic place, you can look, and it's such a great variety. So if you have not been to redstickmusic.com, you need to go look at all the work that they've done for you. I mean, it's really kind of amazing what you've been able to do. And so do the bands send you information and the venues?
Some do. We get submissions from musicians and venues, and in addition, we do our own research. So we're just trying to make it the most complete calendar that we can. We want to list everybody. It doesn't cost anything to be on our calendar. It's free for musicians, it's free for venues.
So on musicians, there's no reason people shouldn't know about their shows, because one of the things they should always take advantage, as well as venues, of all the free promotion. And
Absolutely.
You guys are one of them. And it makes your work a little bit easier if they send it in, I'm sure.
Sure does.
more likely that they will be included on that list.
Oh, yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So,
But you are taking sponsors for any businesses that would want to connect with that audience, with that genre of audience or that age or demographic of the fans of that band.
Yes, we
and
do.
so one of the things that we wanted to do was just highlight what you're doing and then help people find that. You know, Kay does so much with singer and songwriter festivals all across the state, promoting Louisiana musicians all over the country, really. And so it's a really great venue. But let me tell you, I was recently in New Orleans. I was recently in Covington. There was not a calendar. Okay, there was not a calendar.
you couldn't figure out what to do, huh, Betsy?
Well, I found something to do.
I mean, you
just-
do
I
work
got
in the
lucky.
tourism department. Like, you're probably fairly in the know.
Yeah, well, you know, I can go look if people post it, but
Right.
a lot of people don't know if they have an event or something like that.
Right.
They can also go post it on louisianatravel.com. But a lot of people might be thinking of that more as staycation or something
Right.
like that. They
And
might
not
not
just going-
realize it's where they can also see musical venues and things like that, or music opportunity. It might be festivals and it could be special events, but they really need to look at redstickmusic.com. And as I suggested, I think there should be a redstickmusic.com like in every major city across Louisiana, which is an extraordinary amount of work. But the bands are playing in more than one place.
Right.
And if it wasn't for you getting people there, they may not even be asked to come back. So it's so important that we not only take care of those people that are the bands and the musicians, but also those venues who, if they are still able to even operate as a business, we need to make sure that we go and give them a little financial love and buy a little food
Absolutely.
and drinks. And, you know, during the whole COVID thing, a lot of people in the gig economy were just left out. There wasn't funding for them. There wasn't an opportunity for bands to just get paid. So the Facebook Lives that you promoted is how they got Venmo love, Facebook love, whatever kind of money that they could get. And so thank you for doing that for them, because we have had quite a few musicians on our show from the beginning, 6 years of having musicians on our shows to help promote them. And I got to tell you, they were kind of sad when they'd come on our show the last year. I mean, they were like, I've been writing a lot of music. You know, I mean, they were,
Well,
you
it's
know,
not
they're
the
used to
same.
an audience.
I mean, yeah, I mean, musicians like to play a live show. It's, you know, I know they got by doing live streams, but it's not the same. Everybody tells you, I want that person in front of me. I feel the energy. It makes the whole night, you know.
Well, people like praise. You know, I mean, it's really,
Betsy, you're doing such a good job.
they do. They like, I mean, they do. And so I praise y'all for all the stuff you tried to keep going, even in the worst of times. But so give us your recommendation. What are your recommendations?
Yeah, what is your pick for the weekend?
For the weekend
right now,
and
right
in the
now.
week.
Well, pick for the weekend. I think that really what needs to be mentioned is Teddy's Juke Joint this weekend. They're having Teddy Fest all weekend. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's like an all-day thing most of those days. I think
And where
it's
are they
like-
located for people to know?
They are
They're-
in Zachary, Louisiana,
Okay.
just north of Baton Rouge.
Teddy's Juke Joint.
Teddy's Juke Joint. It's a historic venue.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the last remaining juke joints in the country. And I think that they were hit really hard because of
They were.
COVID and they were just really impacted because of that. So this Teddy Fest is a fundraiser for the venue. So I just want to let everybody know about that. We should all go support.
Yeah.
I think we should support Teddy Fest. You know,
And there
I
will be
think
a
we should.
lot of different musicians playing.
Yes, a
So-
lot.
Yeah, that's going to be.
So if people want to reach out to you, either to be a sponsor or either to just reach out to you and see the list, what do you say?
We are on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter. You can send us an email. You can hit up our website. We're everywhere. So
You can reach out on our Facebook on Rocket Right Entertainment, and we'll shoot you an email back and let you know where they're located. And we're just thrilled that y'all could come. Thank you so much,
Thank
Caitlen and
you.
Christopher Odell, for the labor of love.
Thank y'all.
So we can all be entertained. We appreciate it so
Thank
much.
y'all for having
we
us.
appreciate y'all.
Go see
Redstick-
redstickmusic.com. You need to go see it. And we're going to be right back talking about, does intermittent fasting work? We think it does. But we're going to tell you a little more details so you can decide if it's for you. And then we're going to talk with Jay Hover with Red Stick Social, and we'll be right back. Hang tight.